we're going to do a little free tour. My eyes are puffy, I don't know why. I was in the house all day, got some food, and watched movies. Anyway, we're gonna do a free tour. Our tour guide over here, she's actually from Canada. The other guy, I don't know where he's from, but she's from Canada. Khalil actually said he's from Chicago today. Nah, Canada. I hope to learn a little bit about Athens because I leave tomorrow. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my coffee and then let's go.
Ticking by, you look up at the sky, the stars turn off the lights.
So one of the things he said is the same thing like in Rome. Some of the people used the materials from the ruins to build their houses. So a lot of the ruins look like this because the people, and because they were invaded a lot too, the people actually took the material and then just used it to build their houses. I mean, let's reuse. Why not?
This up next day it would just be tagged. Now I think it gives a bad impression to the tourists. Tourism is very important to the city, but I have never ever met the Minister of Tourism and I don't think they would listen to me.
So remember what we talked about in Barcelona, how he said like they clean up the street art very quickly? Well, here in the rest of Europe, they actually don't clean up the street art. In Greek especially, well in Greece especially, they leave it because they're like, well, they're just gonna tag it up tomorrow. I guess to each their own.
It dates back to the 1st or 2nd century BC and is in remarkable condition, bearing in mind it's over 2,000 years old. Now your first question is, yeah, what is it? Well, it's been so many
That was
things
my
in
question.
history, but originally this, they believe, was a proper clock. Not only did it tell the time, it told the date, the month, the cycles of the moon, and maybe much more. So what you basically got here is a mechanical computer that's over 2,000 years old.
Apparently Athens is named after Athena, the goddess of wisdom. She's the goddess of wisdom. They chose her over Poseidon because when he struck. When he struck something, out sprang like a fountain of water, which was seawater. But when she struck it, she apparently planted a seed, and out from the seed came the olives, and you can get olive oil, the olives, and then plants and whatever else. So they thought that her gift was more resourceful, and that's why she is the goddess. Well, that's why they named Athens after Athena. And that temple up there is actually was actually built for her. So there you go, Athena, goddess, you know, of wisdom.
Now the rock is very important for another reason. It's important to Christians all over the world who come here on a pilgrimage to follow the footsteps of their apostle, St. Paul. And this is just under 2,000 years ago. The apostle St. Paul comes to Greece, preaches the first Christian sermon on the rock.
Because apparently this is where the first sermon was preached.
And they're fading into black, we're never coming back. I guess this time it's really done. Don't look back, the fire's catching, so don't look back, it's in the past.
So we're gonna go meet him because he said that he has some like things to say, and I like to hear things that are being said. Take free tours. So if you see like the arches, they're usually, if they usually look like that, they're like Roman arches. I swear, there's always like such good music that's being played. All these people, they're just artistry here. Listen to them. Oh, so he told us about up there. Up there was actually one of the temples that was built for Athena, and in the temple they actually had like a 13-foot statue of her that was made completely of ivory and gold. But during one of the wars, or one of the times when they were being taken over, one of the people that, you know, took over Greece, decided to store ammunition in there. And what happened was, well, a shell fell in there, or somebody dropped a bomb in there, unluckily, and it exploded, and that's how they got rid of her temple. And now they're trying to restore a little bit of it, but it won't be looking like the way it did. Oh, and we were saying that if it wasn't for humans' greed and need for artifacts, and it's just human greed, then all the historical places would still look the same, because in ancient times they built it to last for thousands of years. It took them decades and a lot of slaves, but they did build it to last a long time. So if it wasn't for human greed, they would all still be there. But yeah, so apparently this is the other theater, the other big theater, and it was for the god of party, adultery, and wine. So whenever you're finding yourself partying, oh yes, and the theater was only for men. They were only for men, and there were actors that were dressed like women. So it was basically like thousands of just men in this theater, drinking wine and partying. So he said, use your imagination, and you know what happens when people drink wine and party, and it's only men.
Look back, the fire's catching, and all that's left to do is watch. I can't hear a thing but your voice echoing, it plays again and again, telling me to run from everything you've done until we reach the side. We'll run, we'll run, we'll run until the sun. We'll run, we'll run, we'll run until the sun. We'll run.
So she just, this is Lara. She goes to, she's in school in Berlin. And she just told me that if you study in Europe, you get free Wi-Fi everywhere you go. You just sign up and then you get free Wi-Fi if you connect to any type of...
It's not everywhere, it's just universities.
Listen, listen. To us it sounds like everywhere.
Also in Acropolis we have free Wi-Fi.
Just chilling.
Oh wait.
Yes, baby boy. You lay there. Don't worry, he's not dead. He's just relaxing. Oh, poopies. He's so cute. Hi, puppy. I think that's the cutest little thing. He's so cute. Puppy. Hi, puppy. I'm not gonna touch him though, because, you know, I don't know where he's been.
We'll run until the sun. We'll run, we'll run, we'll run. You said that it's hard to trust you.
About to look real touristy, but this is the heart of the town city over here. This is definitely where everyone meets up. I look real touristy with my camera out, but again, I don't care. No thank you. But yeah, so this is the center of the town. Everybody usually meets up here. Like at night it's supposed to be really busy around here, and this is where you would start your night, and usually they start the night around 12 o'clock. So don't go out earlier than that, because you will be disappointed in the nightlife. Anyway, so one thing to note about this square, there's a lot of the guys that'll come up to you and like hand you, or they'll like try to dap you, and then after they dap you, they ask you where you're from, and usually they'll say either they're from America, or sometimes they say Africa to everybody, and I'm like, dude, no. So yeah, they'll ask you where you're from, and then they try to give you, or they'll put on a bracelet onto your arm, and they'll say, no, it's free, it's free, it's free. And then as they talk to you, they'll like tell you, oh no, you have to give me something. I gave you a bracelet, you have to give me something at least. So watch out for those people. So we came for lunch. I got a vegetarian type thing, but it has cheese in it, but I was like, whatever. I don't know what it's called. It's a naan something, veggie naan. And he obviously got the chicken one.
Chicken.
Chicken tiki? With a view of that, oh, chicken masala. You got chicken masala. Beer and a view. It's a good way to end my day.
I love how it says macro.
Huh?
Like it knows that it's small food. It tells it what flowers too.
It goes right into it?
Yeah, it knows that it's small food. They look different though.
I don't know what this is, but it's good. I think it's spinach and cheese. Whatever it is. So they have a lot of veggie options. Well, not a lot actually, I'm lying. They don't have a lot of veggie options.
It's either spinach or cheese or falafel.
Yeah. Spinach, cheese, falafel.
We'll run until the sun. We'll run until the sun.